Welcome to the Show, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything. Anything and everything. Welcome to the Show. The Show.
So, pee, guys.
Pee?
Yeah, my body's weird. So
Element P.
I can drink 24 ounces of coffee in the morning, and then I'll have a 12-ounce water bottle. I'll have usually my other 32-ounce water bottle that I pre-fill with my home water that tastes better than the chlorinated shit.
I'm really glad you didn't say pee there.
No, not yet. And then I can drink usually about half a bubbly. Then I'm get home from work, and then I have to pee.
Interesting.
It's weird. It's like
I wonder
it's
how much of it.
clockwork,
I wonder how much of it is being processed by your body. Then
it's got to be a lot. I drink a lot of fucking fluids during the day, but then I don't usually have to pee till I get home. It's so weird.
Interesting.
And then but then once I break the seal, dude, it's like,
Oh yeah.
I don't even want to drink anything else because then I'm gonna have to pee right away. It's ridiculous.
I think the sodium probably has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, the caffeine.
I don't drink sodium. Just from I only get caffeine from my coffee in the morning.
Interesting.
And bubbly has nothing but
Well, there's sodium in bubbly, isn't there?
no. It's just water and whatever
You sure there's
whatever the chemicals are that make natural flavor.
Yeah, salt.
Probably salt.
That's why I'm like, how much?
but it's
how much
probably
sodium
called-
is actually in a bubbly? Like what? What does it
Literally
say?
none. It's 0, 0
Is it zero?
across the board, dude. It's just flavor and carbonated water.
That's so.
But again,
weird.
I don't know what chemicals make these supposed natural flavors because they say natural flavors because they bought food grade chemicals to make the raspberry.
Oh, yeah, no,
flavor.
that's-
that
I
flavor
get
didn't
that.
come from a raspberry, bro.
no.
There was no raspberries in the line.
It's something that reminiscent of raspberry. So hi, I'm Randy,
Brady,
Scott.
and this is Eye of the Show where we talk about anything and everything. Because
if you didn't hear Katie,
yeah,
ex-host,
ex-host.
still kind of host if she ever.
She has a place here if she decides to return, but she is still
She's our
very
guest
busy.
host now.
She is.
We miss her.
Just kind of how I started. Now I'm just here as a fungus fixture. I haven't gone away.
That's why I don't want to change the intro recording because
Yeah.
it's the only way she's here.
But the outro needs to change though. as we realized last week.
Yeah, we made a little mistake. We recorded that long before the Elon Musk purchase.
That's true. But as Scott pointed out, it's still fair to dead name corporations.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll keep it that way.
So we're going to keep it that way because people know what Twitter is. X is something that is nebulous and nobody cares about.
Yeah,
And
X.
And we would rather remember Twitter in its glory days when presidents used it to threaten other countries.
Good times, guys.
My button is bigger than yours. Okay.
Did we talk about the TikTok ban last?
A little
episode?
bit. We know that it was part of that foreign aid package where it was Israel got some money, Ukraine got a shit ton of money. What was the third? There was a third group that got money. Thailand got money.
I don't know if that's true or not.
To fight
but,
China.
$95 billion, no matter where it goes, is a lot of fucking money.
Well, yeah, but it's not our money anymore.
No.
That's the government money.
Yeah. I've realized recently how many problems an indirect democracy has.
You think?
At least one that's been around as long as we have.
You think?
It's beginning to bug me lately.
Well,
I'd rather switch to a direct democracy and just vote on the laws. I'll take it into my own hands, guys.
I mean, the technology's
with
there
my
for
vote.
that.
Because voting for some dumbass who I've never met who doesn't give a fuck about me, it's not working anymore.
Yeah, I get that.
It's really not. Scott, hurry up! Weren't you going to run? Then you got fucking busy with your damn job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just putting this out there, it's a lot more comfortable to try and run when I have more than like 10 grand in savings.
That's fair.
True. Well, you don't want to do what Trump
So-
does and just email spam everybody on the planet Earth? We need your fucking help.
I just need to get a small
Pay
loan.
my legal bills.
I need to get a small loan of $1 million
Yeah,
from
exactly.
my dad first.
You do. It's required.
Starting with nothing but
we can
450 billions in my trust fund. I brought myself up from nothing.
Yeah.
And now today
From
I'm worth
rags
now I'm worth 25 billion.
From Gucci rags to riches.
Yeah.
Bro, we could take the Alex Jones model and just really pump out them supplements.
Cuz man.
Yeah.
Anyways, so other positive news
We'll
things.
sell White Male Plus supplements.
Other positive notes, there was the FTC, which has absolutely no claim to do this, is like, nah, non-competes are bullshit. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even get that into detail on that.
Nah, we didn't
were
get
all
into
over
detail.
We had an ADHD episode.
Yeah, we did. Well, we had to. It was the first time back in 6 months. We just
Yeah.
had to get the garbage out first. So the FTC basically said any non-compete basically is damaging to employees because it can make it so that they're, one, trapped in their job. Like, if you have specialized in a field, like, you can't find another job for 5 years. Like, it
Yeah.
fucks you hard.
And you can
And then
hope
they
you have
can-
a pension.
And then they can use that to basically stagnate your wages, your benefits, everything, because you can't go somewhere else to get a better job.
And I didn't know this, but apparently a lot of video game developers and stuff like that kind of industry and like filmmakers and stuff like that, even if they have a
Yeah,
union,
the creatives.
a lot of them have those non-compete clauses because they can come in and get secrets and then jump to another company and give away the secrets.
Only
And a lot of like CEOs or like high level executives have those because
so
again, you can take your trade secrets to another company.
those are the ones that are still in place, though.
Yeah.
Because that is actually something that is negotiated. Instead of it just being like, oh, you want the job, you sign this non-compete.
Right.
And so, I actually had one for a while when I sold Dish Network,
Oh,
and they wouldn't let me work against any other satellite or cable provider.
that's fucked up. Like, here's a job. We're going to give you this. You're going to learn a job skill.
And then they fired me.
and then you can't have this job skill.
Yeah. After like,
You can't
they,
use this
they
job
fired me after like 3 weeks because my sales numbers were shit.
Oh.
Because I didn't actually sell to people. I just answered questions.
What? You didn't take the Trump approach and spam everybody's email?
Well,
Sorry.
they seriously, they got on there and they're like, it's like, so is this good for me? And I'm like, is this what you want? Because I'm of the proponent that if you have a customer that wants the product,
Yeah.
they'll keep it, even if they don't like it. But if they want it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because there's the adage that there's
There's some companies that just don't need sales.
no.
Like normally whilst shopping for cable, it's not because a salesman came to your door.
No.
It's because at that moment you wanted cable
And well, what it was
and
is
or
that
dish.
whoever it was mailed out flyers, and then they would call the number on the flyer. So it actually felt more like I was working in like an Indian call center. Where I was scamming people.
You were the rope. You were pulling in the lasso, basically.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
and it was always old people because old people make phone calls because they're bored and lonely. And explaining to them like, no, you can't use a check to pay for this. I need a credit card. I'm like, well, I don't have a credit card. Can I just pay cash? And I'm like, no, because it's like, well, I'll just give it to the guy when he comes to install. I'm like,
Don't you wish
then
it worked
never,
like that?
We will never see that money. That installer doesn't work for us. He's a contractor.
Yeah. That actually brings up a good point I was thinking about yesterday at work. And is that because I at work I use a lot of RFID cards to get into the hotel doors, and I started thinking back to those when this one company got in some hot water because they were putting it in their employees' hands, little RFID chips to get into the door with their
into like surgically
yeah
implanting them.
yeah, with consent. There wasn't like there was
Okay.
consent to the employees. And it was to they walk through the scanner, and that shows the scanner their security clearance for the building, and then they can just go on by. Super convenient, right?
Sure.
And a lot of people were like, "It's the mark of the beast, blah blah blah, the fucking end of the world, and goddamn Satan," right? And it was like, chill out, guys. It's literally like your phone number in your fucking hand, pretty much. Like that's it.
yeah, it's
I thought the mark of the beast was supposed to be worn on your forehead. Like
Yeah,
a
but then
hat.
the Christians turned it into it's going to be a microchip implant. Which Neuralink.
no,
We'll talk about Neuralink later. But no, the more that I work at this fucking hotel, the more I want one of those goddamn RFID chips, and also I want to be able to use it to buy shit and just have all. I don't care anymore. Give it to me in my hand with all of my shit.
so that's very Demolition Man of you.
Yes, but it'd be so convenient, dude. Debit cards are obsolete now.
For those of you that don't know, Demolition Man was like a mid-'90s movie starring Sylvester Stallone.
Yep, Wesley
and
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Speaking of tax evasion,
that
poor
deals
guy.
with cryogenics and neurological manipulation during cryogenic freezing.
yeah, all sorts of cool stuff in that movie. Actually, very
Yeah.
good movie from the 80s, 90s.
And it's
That was
set-
a 90s movie.
It is set, I want to say,
Los Angeles.
8 years from now.
Or was that Detroit? It was in Detroit or something.
No,
No,
it
that
was-
was RoboCop.
No, this one was set in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
in San Angeles, the
Ah,
greater San Angeles Metroplex.
That's right. That's a good movie.
There's a lot of it that's actually pretty close to reality. The self-driving car thing is getting really close.
Well, wasn't it based on like a Huxley
Maybe
short story?
it could have been.
I think it was.
Also,
I have to
Dennis,
Google that.
Also,
That could be
Dr. Dennis
misinformation.
Leary. Dr. Dennis Leary's in that movie.
Yeah.
Specifically.
We forgot to forgot to pop the boobly.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not even gonna.
Nah. That's just me clarifying something for any of our listeners under the age of 20. 30.
Sad, dude. I feel so
40.
old lately.
I know.
I feel
me
so
too.
fucking old, dude.
So in other FTC news that's positive, salaried employees that were making, I think, less than $45,000 a year are eligible for overtime now.
Fuck yeah.
And then next year it goes up to $58,000.
We do. I don't know how much this is prevalent in other countries because I've never worked in other countries. But like America really does have a piss poor like employee-employer dynamic and paradigm.
Yeah, I'm glad I work for a Danish
It's
company.
fucked up, dude.
Dude, I fucking love working
They
for a Danish
take as
company.
much advantage of everybody they possibly can, bro. And there's a few that are a little better than others, but come on.
The only downside to working for them is that we have to do our global meetings at like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
when they're doing them at like the last hour of their day because they're 9 hours ahead of us.
Yeah,
And they're the ones leading it.
You're glad to work for a Danish company. I'm glad to be in a union.
Yeah.
Hallelujah for unions, though.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They just make sense. I still never have and never will understand the fucking thing against them. Like, oh, you have to pay some dues.
Yeah, but that's bargaining
Yeah, well,
power.
think about how taxes work. You pay taxes and then you get roads.
It's like, well, we negotiate.
Supposedly.
I love how companies come out and they're like, but we negotiate with you in good faith. I'm like, bull fucking shit you do.
Yeah, my fucking ass.
Get fucked.
Yeah,
No,
it's just
not like that at all.
You know, yeah, and it's just like, oh, I don't want to pay for the union. I don't want to pay union dues, and it's just like when me switching over to the company I work at now, it's like my hourly rate literally doubled.
Yeah.
By the switch, and my union dues are like $25 a check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you get like health insurance and all sorts of other insurance. You get to fucking pick. You get to be a part of picking the fucking packages for those when they redo them every so often, right?
Yeah,
At least
we're
in some
actually
unions,
about
for
to
sure you
be
do.
coming into the negotiations for the next
Hell
one.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. So let's talk about a hypothetical world in which every occupation is represented by a union. You can't even work when you're not in one because that's a great fantasy of mine.
I guess if I had to pick it, I think my company's represented by the European Union. Just because
they're a union though.
it is union. It's kind of funny. It's a funny way to think about it because they literally are like, yeah, so this year. It's like there is a 2 to 3% increase in like healthcare this year, but your package coverage is now increasing by 25%.
There should
Because we're going to eat 22% of this for you.
There should even be a contractors union.
Oh yeah.
So if you're not technically an employee, so if you're like an Uber driver or a fucking construction company, you should still have some kind of a union representation that you pay into.
I think actually Southern California got in a lot of trouble over that recently, where like gig employees that are contracted, now have to be like listed as like employees and have to be paid like by the hour.
I heard something about that actually.
Also,
I don't disagree with that either because it's another one of those situations they were
and then
taking
Southern
as much
California
advantage
did
as they
something
could.
weird where they're like, oh yeah, if you own a franchise with more than 60 locations in California, your minimum wage for your employees is like $25 an hour. And so a lot of them were just like, oh, cool, I'm going to sell off like 3 of my franchises and go down to 59.
On paper, that's a victory, but you know how those fucking companies are going to react.
No, yeah, they sell down to 59.
Yep. They're going to do
And then they
everything they can.
and then they sell the other 3 to a buddy of theirs, and they get a percentage of that.
But like, wouldn't a world where everybody's in a union be great? Or at least in America.
If
So
everybody
the-
was in a
the-
union,
The thing is, you don't need like everyone in a union, but if you just have a
Shouldn't there
unionization rate of like 30%, then it's pretty.
But
you're
does
pretty
that
good.
actually make a major change in the
Yeah.
yeah,
labor
because what it
market?
does is it promotes it influences pressure on the outside,
Yeah.
and it allows for other things to happen.
Well, I'm just saying, like every occupation, like type, should have a union.
Like-
Yeah, I totally agree. Like every occupation type should have a union, but then
hotel
not
workers
necessarily
or-
that everyone should be. Like they're
Well, what would it hurt if everybody was? I'm talking about a complete hypothetical.
right.
Well,
Not like
the
not
40
like not like a goal we can reach as a country anytime soon, but like an actual like just complete hypothetical. If we all were, what would be the bad part about that?
honestly, I can't really talk. I can't really
Other-
speak. I can't
Other
think
than
of
more
one.
lawyers would be employed. Let's come on.
Oh, come on.
I don't have my rim
it's
shot. Damn it. Wrong page.
It's lawyers representing, the workers against lawyers representing the company. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
That creates
it's a
more
litigious,
jobs.
It's a litigious society, man.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Literally, I can't think of a single negative to it.
Yeah.
So the reason why we have a 40-hour work week is because of unions.
That's what I mean.
Like, it's
Who loses other than the evil companies who just want profits over
corporate
anything else?
profits.
Yeah,
it's
that's what I mean.
shareholders. Shareholders.
Well,
are
guess
the
what?
only- but the thing is,
The company Scott works for that embraces a union fucking makes profits.
Yeah.
so the
It
thing,
ain't that globalism type of profits,
Well,
but
what
it's
it-
profits.
who fucked it up in the 70s? The guy that came up with the concept of originally what it was that a company had 4 entities that it had to be responsible to.
Mm-hmm.
So a company had a responsibility to its employees, to its community, to the company itself,
Mm-hmm.
and to its shareholders, which were 4 separate entities. And at some point in the late 70s, some douche nozzle came up with the concept that the only person you actually have to answer to is your shareholders.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it fucked everything
Yeah,
up
I read
because then
this
it was
in,
about companies that started fucking over their employees, the company themselves by cutting corners, the communities by toxically dumping shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is when a lot of pensions started going away. Because
Bad
if
shit
you didn't
started
even, if you weren't in a union, it was fine because companies still took care of you because of socialized pressure of you joining a union.
I actually read all about this in Vivek Ramaswamy's book.
And then
It's what was it? Wokenomics, I think it's called.
something like that.
It's not as anti-gay woke type of stuff as he's literally just talking about companies should not be involved in all of the social identity politics shit because they don't actually fucking care,
No, but the thing
and
is
it's actually
that
detracting from those movements.
because
They're making them look bad.
because corporate money basically spends the same during campaigns, they essentially can vote.
Yeah.
Which
So in case there's because of the stigma of the word woke, that's not what the book's about. It was just specifically about how they're actually fucking over the the identity, the social justice movements by fucking tainting all of their efforts.
so
basically,
my impression is that
involved.
woke has been tainted to the point where it just means non-white.
That's
That's what woke
non-white
means.
straight male.
Yeah, it
Andrew
means
Tate, non-Andrew Tate.
Yeah, non-white straight male is anything that isn't that is woke.
If you're not Andrew Tate, you're woke.
Yeah,
let's be real, guys.
the way I would have described, one of my friends was asking, what does woke mean? And for me, woke is a derogatory word that means nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like calling
Yep.
here's if someone if you were to call someone hey, you bitch, you son of a bitch, you bastard, all of these are interchangeable and don't actually
arbitrary.
really mean it. Historically, yeah, they mean they originally meant different things. But if you can use them all interchangeably, then
It has
they
no
don't
meaning.
mean anything.
Because it actually came about in in the civil rights era, the big civil rights era, where it was black people were stay woke because they had to pay attention to the government and shit because the
and be
government
awake,
was fucking
and
them
be
over.
awake to the issues.
Yeah. So and then it got changed into what Scott was saying, basically an arbitrary derogatory term.
It's a
it
buzzword
means
used.
fucking nothing.
Honestly, to me, it is a buzzword that means non-white.
Basically,
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So
And
thank God that's dying from the lexicon soon.
Oh, good.
It's overused now.
Well,
I don't know what's next, but they're probably just going to
Furry.
go straight back into slurs.
so I've determined that
So I don't know.
one of the new dog whistles is, I believe, furry. Furry means anybody in the LGBTQIA+.
Yeah, that somehow
communities.
they got really roped together.
Yeah, and I don't fucking get that at all because they keep making shit up about furries that.
Well,
and
it's technically considered queer, so it's roped into LGBTQ. Which
Is it?
Is the Q in
like,
LGBTQ?
I never really viewed.
it's one of the plus.
I guess I could view it in the plus category.
Anything
of
that's
that.
not heterosexual, like boring ass.
you can be-
head and shoulders bopping up and down missionary in the sheets is LGBTQ plus now, dude. Just look at how that library.
Okay,
the library
that's actually
shit going
that's
on.
oh my god, the library shit.
Got to talk about that for. This
Oh
is for
my-
you, Celine.
Oh my god, the fucking
Idaho sucks right now.
so
I
they
lost
have these
so much faith in our people from that.
they have
in
these
our county.
billboards. It's the billboards, and they're trying to implying that
Do you even know what's going on with this, Scott, or do we
Yeah,
talking? Do we have to explain it?
Is it the?
I'm aware of it.
Is it like
Okay.
the center of like Idaho
710.
family value household bullshit? Fuck
Yeah, the
you.
KCRCC and all that too.
Yeah,
the
these
crazy
guys-
Christian crackhead coalition.
And
Republican
they're saying shit
crackhead
like
coalition.
pornography doesn't belong in libraries, and I'm like, cool. Let me know when I can get porn at my library. Like
I've
for
never
real-
ever gotten. Where can I? You show me a library I can get
Show
porn,
me-
and I'll
yeah,
be there.
Show me a library where I can get porn for real. Like I don't even think you can get porn in the Library of Congress, and they have fucking everything.
The problem is there was no porn, but their definition of porn is a fucking whack job's
that's
definition
the
of
thing,
porn.
is
If
that-
there's a black character, then there's porn.
You straight up, it's fucking insane.
fucked up. And then they're like drag shows are sexual, and I'm like, if you want them to be,
Yeah, if you go to the
I mean,
one
I
at
never
State
got-
Line, yeah,
I never, I never got anything. I never got any sexual vibes from Mrs. Doubtfire.
no,
yeah, no, that was a banger movie, dude.
yeah,
I'm sure they all loved that movie. All these crazy motherfuckers because it was wholesome.
yeah.
It blows my fucking mind.
They're trying,
but
they're literally trying to create
they,
issues.
but because of their asinine bullshit, they can't have the Bible in the library either. It has all of their definition of like smut.
That was
And
Oh,
bad
yeah,
content.
there's-
that was hilarious. So
The
Ron
straight-
DeSantis recently had to come out and have to arbitrarily change the wording of their the bills they have going on
Yeah.
over there because
It's
someone
like
was
exempting religious texts or something like that.
because someone got the Bible banned, and Ron DeSantis is like, oh, now we're having these people weaponize these bills for BS reasons. It's like
my freedom.
Get fucked, Ron.
It's my freedom. He's so stupid and boring.
Little Ronnie Downey.
I'm so
Jr.
fucking glad he didn't stay in the campaign. He didn't have a chance.
No, he had no fucking chance.
I just wish Vivek was still there though, because he was running as a Republican. He was not conservative, dude. A couple of his things he was, but overall, like he was basically just anti-establishment, and that's what I loved about him.
Yeah,
Because I'm very anti-establishment.
Dude,
Because you got to
honestly-
keep. It's our fucking civil duty to keep them in check, and then we've lost like doing that. We just don't do that anymore. So, but Celine won't let me mass murder, which is how our founding fathers would do it now.
yeah.
At least the French ones.
Yeah.
It worked for them.
Honestly,
It fucking really worked for them.
I mean, honestly,
Just saying.
the French have a lot of right ideas about things, and they actually don't. For as much shit as we give the French, they don't put up with a lot of shit in their country.
I mean, their baguettes
they don't-
double as a cup, so
Yeah, if they
have a lot of
don't,
good ideas.
if they don't like something, they fuck it up. Like they put, like you heard about the highway cams, right?
yeah,
And they were like built into the guardrails.
The fucking-
and because the French fucking hate their cars, they were bashing the guardrails to break them.
let's be real though. It's not like the government in France was unaware that's how people drove. They're the dumb ones for putting them.
No.
there, let's be real.
And they tried to like recess them in, armor them,
Yeah,
and,
no,
and people
the-
were just like steering
Bro.
into them.
You can't underestimate these folks.
Because the French, to the French, an automobile is a tool to be used, not a luxury to be enjoyed.
Oh, that brings me to, we were going to talk about the sand job.
Yeah,
One of the best pieces of media ever fucking produced by the Grand Tour, the Top Gear boys.
yeah,
Fucking loved it, dude.
yeah. They've done so much good work recently.
There was one last episode and they're done, and I'm sad about it. I'm gonna mourn it. We need to do a whole episode just
Yeah.
as a goodbye to them. But Clarkson's Farm is getting at least 2 more seasons. So
Well,
still have him.
they're not. It's got to be getting rough on them, man. They're all like in
Yeah.
their late 50s, early 60s.
His dumbass decided to farm at like 66,
Yeah.
dude. Like, what? You're gonna break your fucking back, old man.
No, he just keeps buying more expensive equipment.
Yeah.
which is what's really
He's like,
great
it's okay.
about it.
Lamborghini makes a good tractor. It's like, yeah, if you have the $1 million,
Which he
$15 million.
Well, that's the
to
thing, though, is
spend
that
on it.
he's making a TV show. He's just expensing it. Fucking, that's all business expenses, bro. You can
Such
check
a
that
good
out.
show, bro. Shout out BBC.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, just like the library, that 710 bill, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, it's all.
I just lost so much faith, and I don't want to live here anymore. If
But, you're too afraid to leave.
I'm too afraid to leave. See, I'm in a rock and a hard place here, dude.
Yeah,
in
it's
between a rock and a hard place
it's
because
safe to live more or less. Cause
It's not like I don't look like a Jew.
No, it's that no one
Like-
fucking cares
No one here cares.
because they like for the most part people here leave you the fuck alone.
Real though, Celine was talking about moving, and then I keep telling her this is not how to approach it, but she looks up anti-Semitism in wherever the hell she was thinking about moving, and I'm like, The problem is, though, you were looking at the news, and of course they're going to, like, blow it up out of proportion. They hate the Jews. Like, well, yeah, everyone hates the Jews, but, like, when you look it up on the fucking news, it's going to sound worse than it is.
Yeah.
Right. Especially when, you classify, hey, I don't like genocide. Oh, you're anti-Jew.
It's anti-Semitic. Yeah, well, I don't know. Again, I'll state what I stated last week.
We've already talked about all that.
I'm not even going to single out either Palestine nor Israel. Everybody right now is just wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody's government right now is just fucking wrong. Period. At least the ones that are like, kind of in the mind's eye of the media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody in the spotlight right now, you're just wrong.
What are the Australians
There's a couple
doing
good
right now?
governments. I don't know. Probably fucking around with some koala bears.
Are they fucking up? Oh yeah. So there's a statistic for you that I wanted to tell you about that I thought was amusing. So semi-bubbly cooler related.
Okay.
30% of everything viewed on Disney Plus of all time.
Okay.
Can you tell me what it is? What accounts for 30% of their viewership?
30% of their viewership. Disney Plus. The Simpsons.
No.
ESPN.
No.
Okay. Marvel. What? You got to tell me.
It's fucking Bluey.
Oh, okay. No, that tracks for sure, dude.
It account no, and
Bluey
the thing
blew
is,
the fuck
they
up
got that.
recently.
They got that 2 years ago. It accounts for 30% of their watch time since
Is there
they've
even
launched.
that much Bluey to watch?
No, there's 3 fucking seasons, and
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
thought that
all
was-
of them over 4 times, except
Damn,
the new
bro.
shit.
Tell them kids to watch something else.
Dude, no.
Holy fuck. I
The
bet parents are watching it though.
oh yeah, no. Jeff doesn't fucking love that show. I love that show, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, parenting goals.
I'm not judging. It's not a bad show.
Okay, so
It's nothing I would go out of my way to watch, but it's not a
to
bad
go
show.
out of the way, there's a fucking
It's woke though.
So the most they actually released like new shit, which I'm like, yeah, want me some new fucking Bluey.
Get some new Bluey up in here.
Where they had to move.
Oh yes, okay. I've seen a lot of TikTok clips of this.
Yeah, and a lot of it is just Bandit struggling with like, hey, I can make so much more money, but I got to move my family across the country, kind of shit.
Yeah.
And
That's rough.
And his wife being like, it'll be a fun adventure, and she's like, I don't fucking want to move either. Like nobody wants to move, and like through the whole thing, like the 4-year-old is just like, those people are buying our house. That's nice. It's like, where's all my stuff going? It's like, we're moving. Those people bought our house.
We're moving.
So we have to leave the house.
Oh,
And like,
yeah.
and they're like, yeah, you didn't understand what selling the house meant? And she's like, no, I thought we were just going to get the money and keep living here.
Yeah. Didn't
And I'm like, that's like the most 4-year-old answer you could get.
It wasn't the ending like they just didn't move.
No.
Like, how are you gonna?
So
what about escrow?
So okay, so they tell this story in the episode because they're like, why? Because they ask this question like, why do all these stories have happy endings? And they're like, well, probably because life is going to fuck us over. Like,
fair.
That's the impression. It's like, so I'm going to tell you a story, and it was so there was a farmer that had this horse, and then one day the horse ran away, and his neighbors were like, oh, that's bad luck. And he's like, we'll see. And then the next day the horse comes back with 3 more horses, these wild horses,
Okay.
and the neighbors are like, oh man, that's great luck. And so his son goes to break one of those horses, gets thrown, breaks his leg. Oh, that's bad luck, his neighbors say. He's like, we'll see. Next day, fucking soldiers come, recruit all the young men in the village. Don't take the farmer's son. His leg is broken. Oh, that's good luck. He's like, we'll see. And that's how the story ends. Like,
Oh, shit.
Everything is this weird chain of positive and negative consequences, which is just life.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sometimes shit works out, sometimes it doesn't. And it's all like the flip of a coin. And the episode ends with like, because the people are like, oh, they don't have a pool. And they're like, nah, but the Queensland summers aren't that hot. You don't need one. And I'm like, bull fucking shit. Queensland's fucking miserable. But it isn't actually miserable. It's just hot.
Yeah.
But
Which is miserable if you're over.
if
the
you don't
age
have a
of 20.
pool. And one of the clever things about Bluey is that there is shit. It's like Rick and Morty. There's shit happening in the background all the fucking time.
Oh.
And if you don't pay attention to it, you won't realize what's happening.
I
But there's a
didn't know
bit
this.
where one of the dogs is like, he's like, it's like, my dad's been sad ever since my mom left and he's been lonely. And then like the terrier sitting next to him is like, our mom likes your dad. And he's like, oh. And then at the end of that episode, you see the two dogs that bought Bluey's fucking house, like looking through a spyglass, and you can see Winston's dad and the terrier's mom getting into a car together, selling his house because he had a pool. And they buy his house instead because they have a pool.
Dang.
It's all a chain of cause. It's a very good storytelling.
I might check it out. My son's watching Bluey here and there, so.
Some of that shit will catch you sideways. Because a lot of it is, I don't want an important life lesson. I just wanted a fucking ice cream. Like you wasted time and your ice cream's melted. Like,
it's kind of like the embodiment of Kyle from South Park.
but so much of it is show, don't tell, that it's just really good.
Yeah.
Like it,
Okay. I'll have to check it out. I don't know.
it is an amazingly good show.
I sadly have zero time or room for any more rabbit holes in my life
know.
than the ones I've already put myself in.
Luckily, the episodes are 7
my-
minutes.
My YouTube watch later has now exceeded 1,000.
Ooh,
I've gave up catching up, but I've become a dragon in the sense of content hoarding.
Hoarding your content,
Dude, it's
as
not,
if it matters.
So once I've reached over 1,000, and I didn't even know I was at 1,000 at the time. The timeline makes sense. I started making different other playlists to organize videos that instead of just throwing it all into watch later. So I have 4 other playlists that are at least 100 each,
Oh Jesus!
and then I have my Netflix list won't stop growing, and my Amazon Prime list won't stop growing. My Amazon videos. Because like the Boys season 6 is or 5 or whatever the fuck's coming out soon. They're making another terminal list. The fucking Reacher was a really good show. I'm fucked, bro.
You still haven't seen Fallout.
I'm drowning in content, and I don't have time anymore to even consume
Yeah.
more than
You
maybe
need-
an hour a day.
Yeah, 8 hours. 8 hours of Fallout is a lot.
And that don't even get me started on Helldivers.
Oh,
Do you know
yeah.
how much of how fucking far back that set me?
Dude, luckily, if you get a decent team, you can do like 3 missions in an hour.
Okay, that's what I like about the game, though. Is you can just jump on, do a mission, jump out.
Wow.
10 minutes, 20 minutes tops.
And that contributes.
You're gonna die a lot. It's fun, but I don't know, man. Like I've so far overwhelmed myself with content that now I don't even want to watch any of it. It's so bad, dude.
Yeah, me trying to keep caught up on anything. I think my wife has to like, is there a Marvel movie we haven't seen? I'm like, there's probably like 6
Yeah,
that I just haven't. Like, I think the last
I
one
stopped
I watched,
at Loki. Season
watched-
1.
6 movies,
I haven't
another
seen
7 shows.
Yeah, like I don't even know what's on there.
Bro, and now they're doing characters I've never even fucking heard of.
I'm trying to get through season 2 of What If.
Like what the fuck is a Morbius? Never heard of him.
Oh, Mobius.
Mobius.
He's a Spider-Verse character.
Okay.
He's a vampire.
Anyway, my point is like,
Yeah, that's one
there's
of the
not enough
Sony.
time in the day, bro.
That's one of the Sony ones.
Yes, that's good. There's not enough time in the day, guys.
No,
it's
there's
hurting
not.
me a lot. Or is it not enough days in the week?
Honestly, we just don't have the time to consume the amount of media we have to consume these days.
Life is short.
I'm
But
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm
I don't-
now forced to invest my time in things that are important that are not
Well,
media. So it's great.
Sorry, Scott. I mean, if I lose access to TikTok, that'll buy me
20
maybe
minutes a week.
20 minutes, maybe an hour a day almost, because I do a lot of doom scrolling.
I didn't
in the
mean to
morning.
cut you off, Scott. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's
You were
up?
about to
No,
say
I was
something.
thinking, if we want to end on a high note, we can end on a Scott's Thoughts.
Oh,
Let's do
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Welcome, traveler, to Scott's Thoughts.
A banger of a fucking song, by the way. I love doing Scott's Thoughts because I love hearing that intro.
Yeah.
So, just to start off here, I do want to point back to my bookshelf over there.
Yeah,
'cause
the
that wasn't
bookshelf.
down here
Those are
the
some
last time
thick
you were here.
books, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, just to kind of
I can see. I know you have way more Alien books now.
Yeah. Yep, definitely got a couple more of those. So yeah, just so for all those listening.
Oh shit! Do you have Serenity?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah!
I am currently I'm gonna snap a picture if you don't mind for the Discord.
All right.
So that because we're talking about a visual thing here, guys.
Yeah. So the top 2 shelves are basically writing and gaming stuff.
Dang.
Then there's the third shelf down, left side, that's all Dungeons and Dragons, and then on the right side there's the Alien stuff. The shelf below that on the right side is the new vampire stuff, and to the left of that is old. It's now called Chronicles of Darkness,
Yeah,
and
the
then
old
below-
World of Darkness stuff.
and then below that, so the bottom shelf on the right side, that is all the old vampire the Vampire for Chronicles of Darkness stuff.
Jesus.
And on the left is a various amount of things like Serenity and The Witcher and Tales of Equestria.
So what you're saying is you're in the same boat, but you're like the proverbial dragon of like tabletop game
A little bit, yeah.
books.
That's a significant portion of my library.
Jesus.
And
you
but
don't
yeah,
have,
like
you
so,
don't have time.
so ironically, I kind of do have time because
Yes and no.
At work, like even on busy days, I'm still taking like 30-minute breaks and an hour lunch.
Right.
And so like, especially this week, so I worked 2 days of overtime. So I got 5 shifts this week. I read like a book and a half of the Dresden
I'm not talking
Files.
about reading them. I'm talking about like you don't it's not have time to like play all of those.
Oh yeah. I don't have time to play that.
So, that's all I mean.
But-
Yeah, you definitely have time to read them.
Yeah. So as far as like, yeah, for me, as far as content, like I don't have a lot of stuff I want to watch. Like I've been watching Carnival Row on my own.
Yep.
And then with one of my roommates, we've been watching Stranger Things because I've never actually watched it all the way through.
Not too bad of a show.
And then,
I only saw the first season.
Me too. The second season it starts out too hard to catch me, so
Yeah.
I fall asleep every time I try to watch season 2.
I would like to watch it though.
it is pretty good. And
How far did you get?
I don't remember what episode we're on.
Are you still in season 1?
fair.
No, we're in like,
Oh, okay.
I think we're in season 3 now.
Nice.
Bro, we're watching the show Sleepy Hollow. You should totally watch that.
Yeah.
It
Keep
sadly
that in
got
mind.
canceled. It's
But,
so good, dude.
Carnival Row is pretty good. So
I'd actually like to watch Carnival Row too, because I've heard of that one.
I'm gonna watch the trailer when I get home.
Yeah.
So I haven't been watching anything at work yet, I guess I'll say, but yeah, like some
I
people
plead the fifth.
but yeah, there's like one guy at work, like because of how much kind of, free time we get in our specific department, because a lot of the time we're literally just waiting on things. Like we're waiting for the metal to melt. We're waiting for, the metal to be poured into the ingots and stuff.
Yeah.
So like one guy literally just watched like the entire show of Yellowstone.
Sure.
Damn, that's a feat too.
Yeah.
And like for me, I'm just I got a lot of free time this week because we have a ton of people in on overtime, and so not a lot for me to do. So I'm just sitting there reading, and I finished like a book and a half of the Dresden Files.
Nice.
I did like 6 seasons of Shameless just at work. So I plead the fifth.
So the problem is that if I'm in
I just can't do that no more.
if I'm in drying and sieving, depending on what we're drying and sieving, I may actually have like half an hour's worth of downtime.
Dang.
But it is so goddamn loud in there
Right.
that you can't do anything.
Yeah.
So I can read on my phone and that's about it. But I can't watch any. I can watch stuff if I have like subtitles on,
Oh,
but I can't hear anything.
interesting.
But I have to be able to listen to the machine to hear if it's fucking up or not.
Yeah.
Because
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one with downtime at work because I started to
no.
feel weird about it for a while. There.
No.
I don't have it right now. We're in the middle of like 6 big projects because they finally paid their bill to the distributors of our supplies, which they were like 10 grand in the hole. So like all this shit came at once, which means all this work that was backlogged came at once. But after that, I'll be back to like I'll actually be able to put a dent in my content.
Yeah. Like for me, like I haven't been able to read as much as I have since I was in like high school.
Dang, dude. And you're actually at work, dude. That's so funny. I'm sorry. I love it. It's like our little way of taking back. Like, yeah, we're going to have to be here all day, but we don't always have to do what we don't want to.
Yeah. And it's yeah. And for me, it's like, I have to be here for 12 hours, but as long as like I'm getting my stuff done
Get your job done.
and as long as I'm getting my stuff done, then it doesn't matter. Like no one's waiting on me to do stuff. So I'm free to sit in the break room and read.
Yeah, and this paradigm works whether you're salary or hourly.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. So good episode, guys, but short on time.
Yeah, short on time.
Sadly.
But I'm glad we ended on a Scott's Thoughts. I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had one of those
Wait.
in a while.
I don't remember how we ended it, so hang on. Also a banger. Mm-hmm. I love those clips that we made. God, good fucking music. I can't remember who to credit for that, but
Yeah, it's
Some
good
dude
stuff.
on the internet, whoever it was that you did that. Good job.
Was it Nakarada?
I think so. I don't fucking know.
If it's Nakarada, man, that dude makes some bangers.
Good songs and good podcast. And God, it's been nice again, guys.
Yeah, it's hopefully
fucking
it's
long.
not going to be another 6 months before we get more episodes
We'll
too.
see.
So
We'll off mic. We'll talk about our next.
I know
schedule, guess.
I know summer's coming
Oh,
up too.
I'm gonna call you out on mic because I paid you that 20, and then Google's like, your 20 expired because Randy didn't actually take it out of the wallet.
no, I still
So I
have it.
paid you again, fool.
No, actually, I didn't get the first one.
Oh, okay, that's weird. Did you get the second one
I
finally?
did get the second one. I
good.
got. I
That-
can't
was
get it
weird.
out of Google Pay now
Oh,
and I got to do it by the 1st of June because it's turning off.
guys, hang on. Before we end, I just have to say, fucking 2024.
Yeah.
Fuck it just stuff just works.
No.
No, it's complicated and I hate it. All right,
Yeah.
guys. You'll hear us again sometime. And you don't know. I don't
Hopefully it
know.
won't
We
be
don't know
6
when.
more.
When we know, you will know.
Yeah, we're gonna.
So-
Hey, if you want to know what we're doing, really just follow the damn Discord. That's where
Yeah.
we're mostly.
You mean
active.
the
mostly
Scott's-
active,
Yeah,
which
by
is
mostly
me.
active is Scott, at least letting you know that we're not dead. But if you ask us questions
He's
on
our
there,
pulse, bro.
we swear to God, we will answer any question if you ask it to us.
I didn't mean to hit that. So yeah, like
I'm the pulse, letting you know we're alive, or by sharing a meme every now and then.
Yeah.
our Discord is basically just your mess. You're just texting Scott. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
But hey, if you want a direct line to any of us,
You mean
just
Scott?
add us. Just add us on Discord.
Yeah, no, straight up. We're somehow still on there. I'll put some memes in there sometime. The meme well's dry lately because it's too political. It's hard, guys.
Yeah, we're
I
trying
don't
to
like
find fun
political
stuff.
memes. They're boring.
I keep finding Hell
Some of
Diver
them are
memes.
bangers,
I like
but-
Hell Diver memes, man.
yeah. I didn't want to do Helldiver memes in the Discord. I've been itching to.
Yeah, just do it. Fuck it.
But like,
We're having fun.
we might have to just make a whole new channel for that, the Democracy channel.
Democracy.
But anyway, guys,
I'll tell you about how I've been doing Democracy lately.
I think the next episode might just be Helldivers.
It might be. Well, if it's still a thing, who
Yeah,
knows?
so, blah, 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 blah. I forgot to get the page ready because I had to go get the applause button, and this is a very unintuitive fucking soundboard.
working.
But hey,
It's okay.
have a good time, guys.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
This was I the Show. Thanks for listening. You know how the internet works, but if you don't, check out our Linktree in the description. Facebook, Twitter,
X.
TikTok,
Insta. China. There, I fixed it.